in the city of Los Angeles now, since the sheriff has changed the policy for LA, you have to go through your home agency again. But if you live in one of the remote cities such as Compton, Linwood, Lawndale, Palmdale, Lancaster, where the sheriff's patrols, you can still go through the sheriff's department to get your CCW. So there's still hope for those who live in those areas. You just have to do the process differently now. Um, we do offer the CCW class pretty much every day of the week. This week is pretty much a light schedule for that class. We're just trying to get back into the swing of things. But next week, for sure, we'll be back 100%. So yeah, you guys make sure you come through, get that CCW prep class knocked out, get that out of the way so you guys can get your CCWs here in California. Byron, what's up, man? I'm going to bring you in, Byron. Let's see if I can get this thing to work. So we got a question. Do we have a virtual class option for those out of state? We do have a class that we're working on for virtual. Unfortunately, it's not done yet. It probably won't be done until closer to the end of this month. But yeah, we do have one. Hold on 1 second, guys. We got Byron, the instructor. He's gonna hop on in just a minute. What's up, Big Al? How you doing, Al? What's up, Byron? How you doing?
What's going on, man?
Nothing much, man. You know, we just talking to the folks, man. Just talking. What's going on with you?
Nothing, man. We just moved again.
Oh, man.
I hate moving, man.
Yeah, I get it. That's why I don't want to do it. What's up? Yeah, man. How's everybody doing?
Everybody good, running around. The kids got settled because once their rooms were set up, they was just like, I'm out of here.
I get it. I completely understand, man. What's going on out there in ATL, man?
No, I actually got to call you off air.
Copy that.
Before with me on Dex. Yeah, that's what I was trying to do, man, but just being in the city, then I'm out back in Philly and then moving.
What's up, Gun Talk? What's up? No, I get it, man. I understand. It's busy, man. But yeah, hit me up offline, man, and let's figure that out.
We actually got some prospects now.
Good. Hey, we're ready to go when y'all ready to go.
Got you.
That's what's up. So, talk to us about what's going on gun-wise out there in ATL, man. Dante, what's up, brother? Go ahead. Sorry.
Now, for ATL people keep coming up because now it's the election time.
Right.
So you hear and they're like, oh yeah, Governor Kemp passed constitutional carrying. Now it's going to be more felons carrying guns than ever. And so many people were denied for a license to carry. Now they're just going to be out here. And it's like, newsflash, I'm not sure if you knew, but felons been carrying guns.
Yeah, they kind of did that the other way around. But I will say this. We've had this conversation before. It doesn't make any sense. We, as our people, and I literally said this in my class today, our people have got to read the whole information. Not tidbits of information. You need to read all of it. All right? And for us here in California, we talked about this previously before, but we talked about it based upon what Clarence Thomas did with the constitutional carry, or I shouldn't say the constitutional carry, but the New York versus Bruin case. What people need to understand, especially here in California, which makes you know never mind because you're already good to go out there. All right? That the roster is getting ready to go away. For us here in California, capacity limits on magazines is going away. Yeah, exactly. AR-15s will be able to be in their intended configuration. Okay.
That's everything.
You know what I'm saying? So those three things are about to pop off here in California. But I need everybody to understand because I already know we're going to get some comments and you're going to see it, Byron. Well, when's that going to happen? Well, guess what? It's not going to happen right away. My understanding is, the way I've been briefed on it is, towards the end of this year, they will hear the cases again in California. Next year, early sometime, is when all of the roster, the AR, and the magazine should go away. Because the Ninth Court Circuit has already ruled on it here in California many times and has said all of those things are unconstitutional. Now that Clarence Thomas said what he said, guess what? It's now fact and fiction. It's that's it. There is no, there's fact. It's done. It's over with.
Exactly. And it's so good, man, because people don't understand. It's sad that, like you said, our people don't read. They'll hear somebody say, oh, constitutional carry means felons to carry guns too, right?
Right.
Not how that works.
Nope.
Felons carry guns anyway.
They gonna carry regardless if they got a permit or not. They gonna do what they gonna do. That's why they're felons.
Exactly. And see, I'm letting people know, like, you don't know why people were denied. Like, in Philadelphia, I knew people that were denied because they owed a parking ticket. Not 50, but one.
Right.
One parking ticket, they were like, no, we're not giving you a carry permit.
Right. Right, exactly. But it goes to good moral character. That's what they're trying to say. So we got a comment that says, Cali's going to essentially apply New York decision to the state for the first time in Cali, which is correct. They've already pretty much done that. But unfortunately, people don't realize what also has happened with that, Byron. And I know you're in ATL, but what has happened is our governor here has basically said, okay, that's cool. You guys got that? But we're going to do this now, where he's going to limit where you can carry. You won't be able to carry in a grocery store. You won't be able to carry near a school. You won't be able to carry in a park or near a park. You basically are going to be able to carry from your house to your car, and that's it.
That's what New York was doing, I think.
Exactly, and that's exactly what he just did.
And they made it so insane, like New York, you have to list everybody who lives in your house. You have to get 3 references outside of your house. You gotta take 16 hours of classroom training, which I'm not bad at. You have to have 2 hours of bonfire, which isn't a bad thing. But this is how they get you. They want access to all your social medias that they could check back for the last 3 years.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, no, miss me with that one. Miss me with that. I will say this, the 16-hour classroom, that's a bit much because there's only so much you can teach in a classroom. A lot of stuff has to be taught in real-world circumstances. We do got another question that says, can non-residents get a CCW in California? No, not happening. They don't want you to have one, period. The only reason they're doing it is because they have to do it. They're surely not going to give a visitor a permit for California.
Trust me, as soon as, Jonathan, let me know when they do, because I'm applying.
Yeah, I'll let you know. I'll probably be old, gray, and dead by the time that happens.
It's so crazy, man. And it's like, that's what I've been trying to explain to people. Like, when you look at places like New York, even when we came to Cali one time, somebody had called me, was like, yo, you're what happened and such and such. I'm like, nah, I ain't even over there. They was like, yeah, it's crazy. Be careful. And I'm like, damn, you right, because I can't even carry it.
You can't do nothing. You naked as I don't know what.
Right. So it's just like, man. But it's like, that's why, and it's crazy. That's why we wasn't moving around crazy when we was out there. We went Airbnb. We came to hang out with y'all.
Yep.
We were specific in where we went.
Oh, and that's so there's a few places I'm gonna tell you, B. There's a few places that you'll never catch me. New York is one. You ain't gonna catch me in New York. All right. Washington State is another. And that's just because you can't carry there. I don't have no problem going anywhere. As long as I can carry, I'm good. And I think it's North Carolina, the other one, that you probably won't ever catch me. It's either North or South Carolina that doesn't allow for visitors or out-of-state CCWs. I forget which one it is.
You went to Mexico?
Yeah, but you can get a gun in Mexico.
And I think South Carolina has their pick with a couple states.
Yeah.
They accept a couple. And somebody commented, Black Mistake from New Jersey. New Jersey is another one where it's like, you get a Jersey carry permit, it's only good in Jersey.
Copy that. Yeah, so those are the places you probably won't ever catch me.
Yeah, it's like, it was so crazy, man, and it sucked because Jersey actually has some good outdoor space to go shoot at. And for the longest, it was so funny. Without the FFL, I pushed the envelope going to do training classes in Jersey a couple of times because of, magazine stuff like that.
Right.
But then it's like now, whatever, where I could explain it and articulate, I never go. It's like,
yeah,
no reason to be in Jersey.
Yeah, I'm good. All of our Jersey folks, we will continue to supply you with whatever you need, but you probably will never see me visit.
Right. Like, for all the Jersey people, I remember somebody hit me up, like, yeah, you heard about New York, right? I'm like, yep. Yo, when you coming up here? Never.
That part. We get that a lot too in Northern Cal because this is a fun fact for those who live in California or even visit Northern Cal, San Francisco area. So you can't carry a gun in San Francisco even with the permit under the municipal code. That some tricky stuff. The state, you're good in the entire state with your permit, but somehow San Francisco figured out via the municipal code that they won't allow you to carry. And it's illegal for you to have hollow points in the city of San Francisco. It's a felony.
It's so ridiculous. Like, Jersey is like that, where hollow points, depending on the capacity, can be illegal. So they're perfectly legal. You can go to the range and buy them, and you're allowed to take them home. But if you use them in self-defense, that's illegal. But if you went to the range and shot them, it's okay.
How does that make sense?
It just proves that lawmakers know precisely about guns.
Pretty much, man. That goes to show that we've got the wrong people in place to help dictate what's going on.
Facts, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yep, county ordinances.
Yeah, the county ordinances. Yeah, they're county ordinances, but they are ordinances that don't make sense. It just doesn't make sense at all. You want me to carry Full Metal Jacket as a defense round that could potentially go through walls, people, doors, etc., versus a hollow point that's designed to stop in when it hits?
Exactly. It's like, make it make sense.
You can't.
And it was like, even one time when we first came to Georgia, I went to a range one time. Now, the same range, no complaints, because they all know me and they show me mad love now. I went there, and we were shooting, and we was ready to leave. So I just took last AR mag and my AR pistol. I dumped it. It was only like 15, 16 rounds. Wasn't real fast. So the RSO at that time comes up and he's like, hey, do me a favor. Can you slow down your rate of fire? And I'm like, okay. He was like, yeah, man. He's like, we usually want one shot every second. He was like, sometimes we're a little lenient. He's like, man, but you was letting them fly. And I said, oh, okay. So then it hit me out of a sign I seen when we came in. I'm like, question. He said, what's up? I said, can I bring a machine gun here? He said, yeah, absolutely. Okay.
So I can't use my semi-auto to hit fast, but I can bring a machine gun and do it. Huh.
Exactly. So then I'm sitting there and Danny's like, don't start. I'm like, I just asked a question. That's all. I just
want to know. Inquisitive minds want to know.
Yeah, I was like, I wasn't going to keep going. I just wanted to know. And once he said, yeah, that's cool. And I'm like, but how? Like,
that doesn't make any sense at all.
I was just like, all right. And then she was like, don't start. I was like, I'm not. I didn't say nothing else.
I just asked. Just because I asked doesn't mean I'm going to start something. I'm just asking. I want clarification.
I wanted to know. Just, I was shooting too fast. But a machine gun is okay. Okay.
Please do not try to imply logic to that because it's not going to work.
Right. And I was just like, whatever. And it was like binary trade. And I went on and I looked, I was like, machine guns, binary trades. And I'm just like, so how the hell all of this is okay, but I was shooting too fast?
Right.
And I was like, maybe he knew. He don't know what's allowed. But he do know what's allowed. And I'm just like, so do you stop people with machine guns and say, hey, man, I know you got the machine gun.
But don't hit that too hard.
You're shooting a little too fast. Like, okay.
Yeah, who knows? Who honestly, stuff like that is mind-boggling. But hey, whatever works, I guess. For those who are in the comment section, man, you guys have any questions? You want to know about anything? You want input on anything? Hit us up. Let us know in the comments.
What's up, D? See you slide in, B-Hop. Yeah, the higher, the less common sense. I mean, where my what? I don't have no brush, bro. I don't know where it is. I gotta find it. It's probably in, I don't know, I ain't unpack everything. Kids. Yo, that video was awesome. He was like, yeah, one of our kids is going to take over the business.
Oh, man.
It is like, yo, it is what it is.
It is what it is. All right, Property Dante, what's up, man? Are we able to come pick up magazines over 10 rounds? Not yet. Not yet. D.I. Iron, what's up, Diego? So the roster is going to go away. It's just a matter of when they're going to hear that again in California so they can apply what Clarence Thomas and the Supreme Court said, which was history and tradition needs to be present, which they can't show history and tradition being present when it comes to the roster, because guess what? The roster didn't exist up until about, 10 years ago? 10, 12 years ago? Something like that. Actually, maybe a little longer than that now, but history and tradition needs to be applied, plus a one-step approach. Gun Talk. Yo, Gun Talk, how y'all doing? Yes and no. Yes, we do have one. It is in the works. We're a little behind schedule. We ran into some bureaucratic red tape, but we're working on it. Yo.
Now, when it's over, I want y'all to open this so I can put my bed in and come do classes there, because I got to hit you up about, I've been getting emails from where we were going before, and it was meetings and everything, and I'm like, man, I live in Georgia, like, I can't come to a meeting.
Yeah, that's not gonna work out.
Right.
Gerald. Sorry, I'm so used to saying Jared. I got one. If you want one, just come through.
Ooh, P90.
Yes, sir. Gun Talk. That's what's up. So that's a great question. Did the new Burbank law stop y'all from moving? Not yet. Not necessarily. There's some more red tape, of course. But we're still in the process of doing that. We got a little bit of a hurdle that's higher than it was, but hey, if that was the case, I wouldn't be where we are now. I would have never gotten the FFL if there was all those hurdles that I wasn't going to jump anyway. I'm just not going to jump the hurdle. I'm going to find a way to dynamite that son bitch and make it go away.
Facts. That's what our Caucasian counterparts do.
Like First Tactical, you saying you're trying to, zoning will definitely not only kick your ass, but they would do what we call the California comment. That is going to be raping you without Vaseline. You're going to have all types of issues until you figure out a way to get around the zoning or go through the zoning.
No, Jonathan, what about this? Because when I was out there one time, one of the students did have a 30-round magazine.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, so, he just riding around with us, and he said, Freedom Week.
Yep. So for those who don't know, that in regular states where you can have whatever the hell you so choose to have, Freedom Week was a period of time which has happened, I think, if I remember correctly, it's happened 3 times now, where the let me back up. The Ninth Court Circuit of Appeals has said the magazine capacity is unconstitutional. So the moment that happened, boom, they put that out, and guess what? You can go and buy 30-round magazines, drum magazines, 15-round, whatever it is that you wanted. So during that period of time, which has ranged from 3 days to 7 days, you could go out and buy whatever you wanted.
Now, this is also, one guy that came out to our class, he's a sheriff. And he said what happened to some people he knew was that if the cops seen him, was like, hey, you can't have that. Hey, I bought it during Freedom Week. He said he was like, you got proof? I'm like, bruh, who rides around with receipts?
But you know what? That has happened. And it is funny that you're asking that, because LAPD here in Los Angeles, just got sued and lost a big lawsuit behind that, and it's costing the city quite a bit of money. In addition to, they have to give this guy all his stuff back because the burden of proof is on them, not on you.
Yep. But and that's so crazy. Like, they should have got sued because you pretty much stole that man's property.
Yeah, you did. You took it without compensation. Now you're gonna compensate him and give him his shit back.
Exactly. I know he happy.
I'm sure he is. I don't know the number, but I'm sure it's higher than what he had prior to this lawsuit. So it might work out just well for him.
It was so funny because Philly is the same way with so much stuff. So when you do armed security, you become an agent under the state police, right?
Okay.
So you're allowed to carry on your way to work, on your way home, while on duty. I'm not sure if V-Hop is still in here, but this dude knows this act like the back of his head.
Okay.
So many agents were getting stopped by Philly PD and jammed up on their way to work, and they're like, "Yeah, you got a carry permit?" No. Well, why you got a gun?
Because I'm going to work.
Agent ID, I'm going to work here.
Right.
Do you got a schedule on you? No. and one of the dudes, he was actually working for me. This will piss me off about his situation. The cop lit him up as he was pulling him literally in front of his door. So he's like, okay, cool. Cop gives up, hey, what's going on, man? And he's seen his vest on.
Yeah.
And he said, you armed? He said, yeah, I'm an agent. I just got off. He's like, I literally live right here. He said, well, who are you working for? Yep, Act 235. And he was like, yeah, I was working at, I forgot the name of the bar. It's closed down. He was like, yeah, I was working there. And it was like, well, call the person that employs you, which was me. He said, look, my phone died, but I literally live right here.
Right.
He said, let me go in. You can come in. I'll plug my phone in. I'll call him. He'll let you know. He was like, I don't have the owner's name, but he does. He could call the owner on three-way, whatever you need. The owner knows I left there like 2:30.
Right.
And nah, I can't let you do all of that. So he said, can you step out the car? Now, this dude is not small.
Right.
This is like 6'3", like 380.
Right.
So he get out of his car. He's talking to the cop. Now, the cop that comes out, he's like, yeah, I'm going to need to put you in the back of my car. He's like, you see how big I am? I'm not going to fit in the back of your car, my man. He was like, if anything, you had to call the wagon. So then the cop says, all right, give me a second. So he's running. His credentials are valid.
Yeah.
But he won't let him charge his phone.
Right.
Then says, look, man, go in your house, take off, because he had his gun. He was like, take off your vest, take off your mag pouch and all of that, and then come back outside. So all of that, let him plug the damn phone in.
Right. You like, give him a charger, he can plug it in the car. Come on, man.
So then he does all of this. Paddy wagon comes, they lock him up.
Who?
His brother goes down there, pays the bell, he comes out. A week later, and this is one of the things, I use his situation to